Plano mo rin ba magbalikbayan dito sa Pilipinas, of course? Ano nga ba ang best mode of payment sa iyong vacation expenses? Hello, hello everybody. Kumusta? Kumusta? Katrina here and I'm coming to you live from San Juan, Batangas, Philippines. From the ancestral house of my husband's side. So my mother-in-law, look at that antique fridge. I think this is in the 1950s. Diba? Let me know where you guys are tuning in from so I know how global we are. And type 1 in the comment box if you're watching this live, and type 2 if you're catching this on a replay. I'd love to connect with you. Ask me anything. Welcome back to our episode of Ask Me Anything. I forget putting that banner out. Usually, this is our way to connect with each other. You ask questions, I answer, whether it's about the online business that I have or anything about life like motherhood, parenthood, and everything in between. So, this is your chance to connect with me. Ask me questions, whether like right now in the comment section live or personal messages. That's why I have this topic right now because this is one of the questions that I have um, that natanggap ko for the past few weeks na nandito ako. Nagbabakasyon sa Pilipinas. Ayan. So, natanong nila. So, of course, I will speak in Tagalog kasi I'm specifically talking to fellow Pinoys na nagbabalak magbakasyon in the next couple of weeks or months or in the near future. So, especially also yung mga business partners ko in North America, in Canada, in the US, they're sending me a personal message like, Coach, ano ba ang best mode of payment? Sige, lagay natin ang ating banner. Diba? There you go. I miss doing this. And yan, plano mo ba magbalikbayan dito sa Pilipinas? Ano nga ba ang best mode of payment sa iyong vacation expenses? So I'll give you three options. Of course, this is not all encompassing. This is just my personal experience, and I hope I will be sharing that. So hopefully, may matutunan kayo in your upcoming vacation dito sa Pilipinas. Okay? And maybe, type in the comment section also kung balikbayan kayo, nandito kayo ngayon, or plano nyo, or nakapagbalikbayan na kayo recently. How did you pay for your vacation expenses in terms of paano ka nagbabayad dito? Ginagamit mo ba ang iyong cash or card or whatever? Okay? And yeah, so ito na yun. And I decided to go live here just inside the house because the past go lives I did, medyo malabo yung signal. I was at the beach, so it was hazy. So, but thank you for those who stayed to watch that one. All right. So, una nating option, syempre, by the way, we are entering our last week. Oh my goodness, we're here 6 week. Time flies. Parang kailan lang our first week here, we went straight to Boracay, Philippines. Oh, diba? That was almost 6 weeks ago now. And we're entering our 6th week. I have yet to meet, nagkakram na naman ako. I have yet to meet a couple set of friends. So that will be starting tomorrow and over the weekend. And we're flying out Monday back to Toronto, Ontario. Dadating kami doon, I think, yeah, August 8th. We're flying out August 7th and August 8th. Dating kami sa Toronto, so plus one day. And yeah, so I thought of sharing with you the experiences that we've had in terms of yung mga mode of payment na ginagamit namin sa aming expenses. Like, of course, mga van rentals, sa hotel, things like that. So, ang first option natin ay, again, if you're watching this live, comment number 1 on the chat box. If you're catching this on a replay, comment number 2. Okay, ang una nating option, syempre, hard, cold cash. I think that never fails. Like what kahit mag-evolve pa ang ating mode, kahit magkaroon pa ng kung ano-anong mode of payment, anywhere. Okay, I'm just typing this. Let me see here. Cash. Syempre, wait, wait a minute. I'm just researching here. Okay, there you go. So cash, syempre, kahit saan yan, whether hotels or mga simpleng yan, dirty ice cream na binila namin, syempre cash, ang mga convenience store, what else, van rentals, if you're going places, if you're visiting other towns, other provinces, also boat transfers, ferries, yan. Kahit saan, cash is still, of course, the most accepted payment, I would say, sa most of the mga establishments, service products and services that we avail. Okay, cash. So one of the realizations that our learnings is I was in a rush to magpapalit ng Canadian to peso. So I was at Eaton Center, so isang mall dun sa Toronto. Tapos kinabukasan na yung flight namin. And then magko-close na yung mall ng 9 p.m. So I went there like 10-15 minutes before mag-close yung foreign exchange center. And then hindi ko na naisip na ang exchange rate pala doon is just about, I think, 30 plus per Canadian dollar. Hindi ko na siya naisip kasi nagmamadali na ako. And then na-realize ko na lang pag-uwi ko when I was talking to my husband na when we do remittance, like Remitly, that maraming options yan. So, but we personally use Remitly, sending money here sa Pilipinas. As compared there, the Forex is 1 Canadian dollars to 40. So parang we lost like 10 pesos each dollar. So we felt like, yeah, kung compute namin, parang we lost like about 8 in peso. Tama ba? In peso. Basta we lost. Ano, no, I think it's in dollars. So 800, yeah, that's a lot, but that's learning. So, exchange your Canadian to peso when you think the Forex is good, like it's 40, 41, above 40 pesos to 1 Canadian dollars. I think that's good because usually that's the average exchange rate. And then yeah, that's what. So we made sure na meron kaming cash na baon sa eroplano pauwi dito kasi syempre when you're also doing may mga nag-assist sa airplane, going down, you give tips. Like when you go on a hotel, you give tips. Like make sure you have like 50 pesos, 100 bucks para mas madaling mag-tip. And you have a bag kung nasaan siya. So it's easier to pull it and you don't need to, scramble everything. And also, side tip is if you have like a wallet na lagi mo ginagamit where you're coming from, like in Canada, yes, I did bring that, but I had a separate wallet na pang Philippine peso lang. And just the cards that applicable here na gagamitin mo like ID and if you're using a card. I used my Boracay wallet. I bought one like that simple zip up wallet para nandun lahat ng peso. So it's separate. So just in case, and then don't put all your cash like in one place. So like separate them, um, because there's a chance that you forget it or it gets lost, and all your pesos, all your important cards like Canadian or wherever you're coming from might be there. So don't do that. Just leave it. Just bring what you need, what you think will be needed in yung lakad mo ng day or night na yun. Okay? So that's number one, cash. And then the second option is, let me see here. Hi, Raina. Kamusta? Hello, hello. Thanks for tuning in. Watching from UK. Oh, nice, nice. I think it's about, let me see, so in the afternoon there, right? I know you're about 5-6 hours ahead of Toronto. And then, let me see here. Second option is the very famous, I'm learning this, Gcash. Yan yung ni-research ko kanina. So, ano bang Gcash? Basically, ang Gcash, dun sa mga hindi pa, yung nasa abroad, na hindi pa naririnig nyo lang, and you don't know exactly what it does. Gcash is basically a mobile wallet issued by Filipino telephone company Globe Telecom, and customers can use Gcash to shop online and in store, send money, top up mobile phone credits, and pay bills. And I've used this, um, nagamit ko mostly ito. So nakapagbayad ako sa mga ng merchandise, ng products and services, and also I was able to send money. Yes, also to pay for the services and products. I was able to load. I'm able to load my phone, my local SIM card here, which I also got upon arrival. So naloload ko siya to use local data here, data for my internet use, and also pay bills. So I was able to do that. Like we have a local bill here in the Philippines. I was able to do that. So Gcash, I was able to open an account while I was still in Canada. So they will just uh, notify you na pang ano lang to. Daddy, pa-close ng door, please. Nang they're only available for Filipino nationality. So I was able to do that kasi meron pa naman ako valid Filipino passport kasi they're very strict. They would verify your information, your name, your basic details, and you would have to upload Filipino ID. So I used my Filipino passport, and then there's also a selfie that you have to blink so they know you're a real person and you're taking the photo real time. So I was able to do that. So it was associated to my Canadian number. Okay. So it was good. I was able to use it. I tested it. I loaded up with my Remitly app. So para akong nagre-remit ng money dito sa Pilipinas. But the thing is, I discovered since it was associated to my Canadian number, I had a hard time with some transactions like transferring from another Gcash, like my husband's Gcash to my Gcash in Canada. Kasi nga, they don't talk to each other because the number is Canadian. So what I did, I opened another one, which is associated now to my local Filipino Globe numbers. I'm with the Globe. I'm using Globe right now, and yeah, and then it worked just fine. Meron lang silang mga limits, so you have to be aware of that. Like for example, uh, so I'll let you know. So it looks like, yeah, it's a Gcash, and it also like you can do a facial recognition thing. So it will tell you the transaction. So para siyang kapag nasa Canada ka, if you're familiar with Interact, so one of the features is kind of like that. Like you can transfer money to the service and product service providers, the merchandise profile limit. So meron siyang, I think this is across the board, correct me if I'm wrong, maximum amount that can be kept in your Gcash wallet, it's 100,000 Philippine peso. And then this is like for a month, I think, or maybe just the whole thing. Ito pala. Yan. Yun ang maximum amount that can be kept. Like, so that's overall, kumbaga. And then daily outgoing limit is also 100,000 per, that's per day. And then monthly incoming limit, cumulative amount that can be received into Gcash wallet per month is 100,000 Philippine peso. So, yeah, so just be aware of those limits because I got maxed out. I wasn't able to, wait, how much is that? Um, so I wasn't able, yeah, I was able to maximize already. So I had to wait like right now, new month, August. So 100,000 Philippine peso is about 2,400 in Canadian. So that's the limit per month that you can put into it. So if you're traveling as a couple, or if you have another, account that you can use, so better to have that, just in case you exceed the deposit that can be deposited or transferred into your GCash. Okay? And ang galing kasi pwede kang kahit sa simpleng tindahan, sa palengke, wet market, sa convenience store, saan pa ba kami? Yung mga fast food like McDonald's, Jollibee, almost anywhere accepted na siya. Meron lang manglanilan sa palengke na, they still prefer cash. But mostly, I would say about 85%, they have GCash na. dito. Kahit yung, ang galing nga, di ba? Kasi na-penetrate ng globe ang masa na magamit. Kahit, simpleng magtitinda dyan sa labas, they have GCash account. Mostly, na either kapag establishment nakalagay na sa wall nila, or they have a card that they just show that, that's their QR code, or they just give you a few that they just give out their phone numbers kasi nga associated yun sa phone numbers nila. And then it's good kasi before you even send the amount, like the money, the payment, i-confirm sa'yo na you are actually sending money, this amount, to this person. So the app will not show you the full name, but it will give you the full number na registered with, and the initials. Like they will hide out some parts of the name, but you can show that to the vendor, and to confirm na it's their number. And then once you send that, it's real time, like maybe a fraction of a second or 1 to 2 seconds, they will receive it. Or most of the time I just show them, because you can hide naman the amount in your Gcash account, so you just show them kung ano the payment was successful. And they will also sometimes, most of the time, they take a photo. Apart from them receiving the notification, they take a photo. Also, when we had the internet, like broadband installed dito sa house, they have a Gcash account. So I just signed a contract and then I just did Gcash. So it's very convenient. So use that if you don't like to carry like cash around, but make sure you have you have internet access, and your phone is all have battery, or if not, you have a power bank with you. I always have that. I'll do a separate go live about the gadgets that I used for our travel, this travel here in the Philippines. And yeah, so make sure you're aware of your battery consumption, especially kapag gagastos kayo and you only have the Gcash and you don't have the cash. So make sure you have that access. Okay, load up your phone or have a hotspot in the store. Usually, yung mga establishment meron silang free Wi-Fi. Not everywhere, but some of them has. Okay, so that's the second. Let me see here. And there you go, Rena. 12 p.m. Great, great, great. Thanks for tuning in. And what else? So that's the second option. And of course, the third option is, here you go, Visa debit or credit card. Visa debit. What did I say? Visa. Yeah, because usually they do accept that. Yes, you can use your foreign Visa debit or credit card here, but make sure that you call your bank ahead of time to authorize the transactions here. So I did that. I called my bank, my business account bank. It's a Canada. Sabi ko, I'll be in the Philippines in this duration. I give them the dates, so they know. And then please authorize any transactions coming from there, because I'll be using my card. So I use also this. I use cash, Gcash, and card. I usually use the card for like when I'm in the restaurant, because it's way faster. Usually tap works, just tapping the card or inserting, and make sure you remember your pin, because I almost forgot my pin code. And yeah, because I tried my other cards, like a debit card, it did not work because I did not call my bank for that specific card. It's also the same bank but a different account. I just authorized a specific account. So make sure you're very specific. Um, Otherwise, you would have to call your bank while you're here, and then it will incur, extra expenses because it's going to be an overseas call. But usually, the banks, they have like a 1-800 number. I think that's free. I'm not 100% sure, but yeah, to avoid any inconveniences, better call them ahead before you travel. Okay, and it's pretty good. So parang ako, nagiging last resort ko is the card. So I opt for either cash or GCash muna. I actually prefer the GCash kasi why I prefer that, because naka-record siya. Meron siyang, you can download the transactions. You can see it also on the screen, but just a certain number of transactions. If you want the full length, 1 month long, or you can go back, I think more 6 months or so. But I was able to request a month worth of transaction, and it will be emailed to you. So which is good because come tax time, when you're also reviewing your budget, your expenses, it's all there. Okay, and yeah, that's why I prefer Gcash. For the cash, yeah, I always carry cash as well, but mostly Gcash. That's what I prefer best. Okay, and my bonus tip for you guys is this one. Planning, saving, and be flexible, of course, like any travels. And this one is a month long. So we actually created an Excel sheet of all our activities, who we want to meet. Of course, my husband and I, we have certain groups of friends that we meet together, and we have certain groups of friends that we meet separately. Of course, he has his own set of friends. I have my own set of friends, like high school friends, and yeah, we like it like that. So I make sure, like on our Excel sheet, we have a color coding. The pink one is yung mga lakad ko, and the blue one is yung lakad niya, and then the other ones, we're combined. But of course, mostly lahat naman ng naplano namin um, was able to, push through, except for last week. Supposedly we were to meet, separately yung mga other friends namin, but we were not able to go to Manila. It's a 3-hour drive from San Juan, Batangas. Kasi na may bagyo, so maulan, so may mga baha, especially, traffic, and we don't want to, waste time sitting in the traffic. So we just enjoyed our time here. So now I myself is cramming. My husband, like, done with his meetup with the friends, but I still have to meet up a couple more meetups. Yeah, so make sure you are flexible, because as much as you'd like to plan, especially when you have kids, little kids, sometimes things don't go as planned, napapagod na sila, or di sila masyadong enjoy sa isang lugar, or they mostly naman nag-enjoy sila. Ang hindi lang nila gusto, usually my second one is yung biyahe, especially kapag medyo matagal. But I think wala nang tatagal pa sa sa travel namin sa aeroplano. So the travel here is fairly shorter. Ayun, matagal na yung 3 hours. Siyempre, that's still shorter than the 12 hours. Yun ang longest leg namin up in the air, from Taipei to Vancouver, and Vancouver to Taipei. Um, yeah, be flexible, because as much as we want to a smooth travel, sometimes things go, not as planned. Maybe sometimes mapapagod ka agad, hindi mo na-expect, especially when you have little kids. Biyahe kami ng biyahe. And one tip also, if you're planning to like have a month-long vacation, and you have marami kayong inimit na friends, marami kayong gustong puntahan, make sure you allot at least a day or two in between, just to recuperate your energy, and also to, yeah, para lang mas ma-enjoy nyo din, especially if you have little ones. So that's my side tip for you guys, like parents out there na learn a thing or two, and let me know, your experience if you have vacation here recently, and what works best for you in terms of um, paying for your vacation expenses dito sa Pilipinas. And there you have it. We are actually down to our last, what, 5 days? Is it 5 days? Oh my goodness. I'm counting 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes, last 5 days here in the Philippines. Of course, we're happy. Um, we're also excited to go home, to get back to our normal routine, but I know it usually took us about a week to recover from our jet lag. Our first week, usually gising kami ng 2 a.m. Tapos lahat kami gutom. After that, okay na. So ngayon, yeah, maybe it will also take like that. But it's okay because it's still vacation. And we actually planned it that way. Na pagbalik namin, we have at least, 4 weeks or so of bakasyon lang na nasa bahay, to get ready for September pasukan doon sa Canada. But when I arrived, August 8th, one day lang bakasyon ko for the jet lag. August 10th, I'll be flying again to Manila. Calgary for our business convention, which by the way, wala pa akong isusuot. Feeling ko wala na magkakasya sa akin. Because I ate a lot here. It's so hard to resist, but I'm just saying, okay, I'm on vacation. Uh, so I will recover from all the food that I eat. I'm eating here right now. And I hope you guys are enjoying the things that I was sharing, the things, yung mga lugar na napupuntahan ko. It's not to brag, but basically to inspire you, and also to show you the beauty of the Philippines, my home country, and my original home country. All right, and to show you na, marami kang pwedeng puntahan dito, and yung mga na-miss namin puntahan, kainin. Actually, wala na kayo masyadong na-miss. Siguro yung ano lang, yung quality ng food, like ng fruit, like ng mangga, ng coconut juice, ng buko, yan, yung mga ganun lang. But mostly, wala naman kasi available naman sa Toronto. Pero syempre, iba pa rin pag dito mo kinakain. Like yung fishball, yung dirty ice cream, yan, ganyan. Magsasakay ka sa tricycle, sakay ka sa jeep, sakay punta ka sa bukid. We went to a farm yesterday, was good. I have yet to share my photos from there. So, sulit naman. And I'm grateful that we're able to do this. And I'm grateful that I'm able to run the business from here. Basta syempre may internet, and that I won't be able to do this if not, I took the chance on myself 4 years ago. And thank you also, of course. Thank you. Shout out to all my business partners, my power team, for helping me out when I'm not online, when I'm asleep here on this side of the world. And thank you so much to my team ambassadors. You guys know who you are, for volunteering your knowledge, your time for our group coaching, taking the lead on that, taking care of our chats when there are questions, and when I'm away traveling, or when I'm off the grid, because yes, signal can be spottier. And thank you so much for the patience of all the new incoming business partners, the automated buyers who just joined, like earlier today. Thank you for all your patience. Yes, I'm guilty. I wasn't able to, respond to immediately as much as I wanted, because yes, signals and also time differences. But I'm grateful because of the automated system. I'm able to catch up and address your questions. So thank you so much for that. And rest assured, if I haven't, responded back to you, I'll carve out the time to address your questions, especially if you're already part of the team. Of course, you'll be taken care of. And my hope and prayer is that, you know for my team, and for those who are about to join my team, that if it's also in your dream and your bucket list to travel while earning like this, to having more vacations, not just what, 3 weeks a year. It could be more than that, like a month, 6 weeks like this, or maybe even more. Then my prayer is that I'll be able to help you. I'll be able to help more people, especially parents like me, professionals like me, who are, just tired of the 9 to 5 grind, and wishing that there could be more. And yes, I'm a huge proof of that. And not just me, and there are thousands of others in our global community, uh, in our Facebook group, about 167,000, all from all over the world. So if those numbers is not, are not proof enough, I don't know else what could be a proof enough to prove that, right? So if you're wondering if you can also do this too, I would say yes. Your dreams are valid. Just hang on to it, work on it. And in my post earlier, sabi ko, what if this time next year you were exactly where God wanted you to be, in your family, in your finances, in your relationships, in your joy, generosity, and so much more. So wherever you are right now, don't wait until 2024 to say this time next year. Wherever you are, start right now, wherever you are. And sometimes you just need to do it. 4 years ago, I didn't know that I'll be here talking to you, sharing this, vacationing here in the Philippines for 6 weeks. And you know, hindi naman biro din ang gastos to have a vacation, just the airplane alone. Maybe I'm thinking of, do I do an expensive expenses reveal later on, maybe I can give you a ballpark. Depende, of course. Syempre, depende siya ganun kamahal kung pupunta ka dito and then you just stay in a certain places. But for us, syempre, ngayon lang ulit kami nakauwi after 7 years, which is the original plan naman in terms of sabi namin, hindi kami uwi hanggat di kami Canadian citizens. So, we became citizens last year, so that's why we came home this year. Hopefully, every 2 years or so, makauwi na kami more often, or not just here, but more travels. There's so many lined up. I'm excited. Yes, nakakapagod mag-travel, but it's part of that, right? That's part of the adventure, pack and pack. I will be going back to Manila again tomorrow to meet with two sets of friends. And I have yet to pack for that. Lots of luggages, makalat. But again, the chaos is part of fun, right? So there you have it. Thank you so much for tuning in. Let me see here. Hello, hello. I live in Oklahoma. Hi, Natasha. I've seen her from Canada. Does that matter? Do you have put a lot of money into after paying 140? Is this a product I would be selling or learning to be a coach? Hi, Natasha. Very, very good question you have in there. So we will connect. I'll connect with you after the go live to address more of your questions. But to answer your question, even if you're in the US, I do have business partners in the US. This is not the business is global, literally global. We have um, business partners not just from North America, Canada, US, also from the UK. Here in the Philippines, I have a few, also in Australia, New Zealand, UK, Japan, so many other parts of the world. Okay, so it's not just limited here in Canada. It just so happened maybe because maybe you've clicked on an ad from someone in Canada, so Facebook, it's the algorithm shows you more of that. Okay, and looks like you've watched the pre-coaching. Sorry, the webinar, and yes, the webinar is free. But if you'd like to move on to the next step, yes, the info package is 149 US, and that's refundable after within 30 days. Okay, and is this a product I would be selling or learning to be a coach? That is a very good question. So, although we do have products and companies at the back end, we don't sell them per se. Like you wouldn't see us or you wouldn't see me, peddling products here or companies posting. You wouldn't see me do that because we don't do that. The only thing that we do here is marketing, lifestyle marketing, attraction marketing, people will be able to afford because of the business. That's why I'm doing go lives like this, giving you value, and that's something that we will be teaching you step by step on how to do that. Okay, and then yeah, there's no selling like buy this, buy this. You wouldn't see me do that. I would just be inviting you to the webinar. That's the main thing that we do, marketing. Okay, and the only goal that we want you to do is drive traffic into the webinar, and that's where you will get more idea of what we do, and you'll have an overview if this is a good fit for you or not. So it might not cost you, like any legitimate businesses, there are startup costs involved, and I've been very upfront with that, even in my ads, right? But the thing is, the webinar is free, so you can get more information than that. But if you want like the more nitty gritty details, of course, we want serious action takers only. And if you're part of that, then you would be willing to pay the 149 US, which by the way is refundable if you think it's not a good fit. So it might not cost you anything if it's not a good fit. But the only way for you to find out is watch the webinar and see what's on the other side. And that's how I got started, and thousands of other people also in our community. Okay, Natasha, I hope that helps. I'll also connect with you after this to address if you have any more questions. Okay, and hey, 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 Rebecca. Yes, yes, to more vacation without using credit card. Yes. Hi, hi, hi. And yes, several. Well, most definitely interested. Awesome. So I'll catch. I'll message you after this, and thank you for tuning in, Natasha. All right. So there you have it. Thank you so much. Salamat sa mga nanood. And Natasha, even if I think you're in the US, even if you're not understanding Filipino language, thank you for tuning in. So there you have it. I'll catch you guys again in our on my next go live, and take care and enjoy the rest of the day. All right. Bye for now.